Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 132 and today I want to start things off by saying that I am absolutely knackered right now. I have just returned from Cornwall. As you guys know, I went for a bit of a weekend away, I guess you could say, with Vicky to go surfing and everything like that, which is something that I personally really enjoy. And yeah, it was fantastic. You've seen the posts on Instagram, on Twitter, and you might have even seen the vlog, because I guess that will have released today as well on the vlogging channel. But it was an awesome weekend away, even if I totally failed at surfing. In the morning, the waves were amazing. Okay, so we woke up on the Saturday morning, the waves looked amazing. I was looking out the window, I was like, yes, I want to go surfing, but I also really want to fly my drone. So we took the drone up to the top of the cliffs, we were flying it around there. And don't get me wrong, the footage from that looks incredible. Like, seriously, it looks absolutely insane. But then we finished that, we went back to the apartment, I got my wetsuit on and I got ready to go surfing because of course right now it is freezing in the UK. I think it was about 1 degree on the beach. Have no clue how cold the water was, but it is very cold. So definitely wetsuit weather. I hopped into the water and immediately noticed that the waves had sort of disappeared a little bit, and I have a high performance surfboard, which means that, well, it didn't really work too well in the conditions that I had. So I've got a 6'8" shortboard, which isn't brilliant for like 2 or 3 feet just white water waves. Okay, so I was trying my best to make good of a bad situation, and I didn't really. I strapped the GoPro to the front of the board and basically captured me being battered by a bunch of waves, and then the one wave which I did manage to catch, which was no, it wasn't a brilliant wave, it was a pretty terrible wave, but I caught it. The one wave I managed to catch, I was so tired from trying to paddle into all of these waves. I was just trying my best to make the best of it. I was so tired from it that I couldn't actually pop up. I popped onto my knees as opposed to my feet, and then I tried to stand up from there and basically instantly fell off. So yeah, not the best surfing footage, and it wasn't the best surfing holiday, but it was still a whole ton of fun, and it's definitely something that I'm going to be doing more and more in the near future. But anyway, aside from all of that, I'm going to stop boring you to death about my weekend now. As you may notice, things look just a tiny bit different. I actually logged onto the server this morning, and by the look of things, moody lighting was activated, and look how insane my base looks. Seriously, it looks really cool. I mean, I'm definitely not going to play like this because it would drive me around the bend. You can barely see anything, but it looks like mystical and just awesome. I mean, if we take a look in here, it looks absolutely pitch black. I mean, this room is incredibly dark. So if you pop over to the other side, I think this is where the storage silos are. This one looks really cool. It completely changes the way everything looks. I mean, that's what we're used to. I remember that used to be the default setting. Moody used to be the default setting and there was no way to change it. Cool. It's a completely different style. I really did waffle on in the previous clip, didn't I? I'm so sorry. So task number 1 for today's episode is to do a little bit of lighting because situations like that keep occurring. So this area right here isn't lit up in the slightest. And also this ring down at the bottom isn't lit up at all. And also we could probably grab some bone meal and start work on actually making that place look a little bit prettier. But as always, we're going to be doing the same old technique, glowstone underneath the leaves. I just think that looks the best. So all of the lighting has been done. I'm just in the process of walking around in F3 mode just to try and work out if there's any dark spots. So we're looking at the block light level. So that's 8. I guess we probably have 7 down there, but that's not exactly going to be a big deal. We've got 8 there. Yeah, that's good. As long as it doesn't go below 7, then we are fine, and no mobs should be able to spawn. So we're in a safe zone here. Yep, all looking good. I think we're safe. I mean, I've been doing this for like the past 15 or so minutes, just making sure that everything is perfectly mob-free. So now it is time to start work on bone mealing this place. And as per usual, we're getting rid of all of the flowers. We're making sure that everything is nice and spread out. We're clearing out some of the bone meal as we go, doubling up some of the bone meal as we go, and basically trying our best to make this look as ruined as possible. That's what we're going for here. This place is now looking epic. It is fully lit up, is nowhere near as deadly, and we have got all of the bone meal in place. And now we're going to be doing something which I should have done a very long time ago. I have to say, I'd sort of forgotten about this thing, but then I saw a comment down in the comment section just shouting at me saying, Mumbo, you need to remove this thing. So yeah, I think it's about that time. It was a nice idea in theory, but it's just horrendously ugly. This place is now looking gorgeous. It is looking absolutely brilliant. I mean, who would have thought that thing... Actually, I don't know, it does feel like it's missing something now. I mean, it's definitely an improvement, but it does feel like there is something that is missing. So let me know down in the comments section what you think we could put up there. I've seen a few suggestions of building a dome over the top. I don't know if I particularly like that one, but there could be something up in the sky above this thing. Anyway, we have still got a whole ton of work to do. I want to ruin this area down at the bottom here. We've just got a hole at this point in time that is ugly. It's horrible, it's disgusting, I don't want that. So we're going to add in some horrible, disgusting and ugly blocks in here that will make it look better. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it doesn't really make too much sense, but let's crack on with it. So in today's time-lapse chat, I want to talk to you guys about YouTube, being a YouTuber, and growing as a YouTuber, because as you guys have seen on Twitter, if you do follow me, I've been tweeting about how well my channel is doing at this point in time. We have gained over 50,000 subscribers in the past month, which is absolutely insane. It's really crazy at this time of year anyway. I think the last time that I got over 15,000 subscribers in a month was in the summer holidays, that sort of time period. I think we gained about 66,000 subscribers, which is obviously mega, but we seem to be heading in that direction, which I'm totally chuffed with. And that sort of brought me on to thinking about how to grow as a YouTuber and how to do well as a YouTube channel, because I get hundreds upon hundreds of emails, comments, Instagrams, tweets, everything asking me, how do you grow as a YouTube channel? So the only way that I can really explain this, unfortunately, aside from saying, make sure that your thumbnails are good, make sure that your titles are good, the description, the top 3 lines are the most important ones, and your tags have to be good because then you'll get put into search algorithms and put into the suggested videos. The only things that I can say outside of that are to make good videos. If you don't make good videos, the chances are your YouTube channel isn't going to grow. Now that's not guaranteed. You could be making brilliant videos. I know loads and loads of YouTubers who make brilliant videos that don't grow as fast as, say, someone like me or other YouTubers like that. But I can guarantee you that if you don't make videos and you don't put time into the videos that you create, you're not going to go anywhere as a YouTube channel, unfortunately. Like, you see people, they emailed me asking me, oh, how does my channel grow? I want to be as big as you. I want YouTube to be my job. And then you check out their channel and they record like for 12 minutes straight. They just hit the record button, record for a little while. They don't know what they're talking about. They're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing in this video. Oh, yeah, maybe, yeah, and then they stop recording and then they just upload that file. And you just sit there thinking, well, that's your problem. Your content is your problem. So, I guess the message of this tiny little time-lapse chat is, if you want to be a YouTuber, just make sure that obviously all of the standard stuff, thumbnails, titles and everything like that is good. Very good start. But the basics, make a good video. That's the only thing that I can guarantee is definitely 100% going to help your cause in this situation. So we go. I hope that answers your emails, your comments, your questions and everything like that. Let's pop back onto the Hermitcraft server. And we have done it. There it is. This thing actually took quite a lot longer to ruin than I was originally expecting, but it looks awesome. And this should give us a rough idea of what the base is actually going to end up looking like. Cool. It looks cool. It looks cool. Alright, okay, so now what we have to do is we need to... Whoa, that was close. We need to pick up this beacon right here. We're going to drop it down into the ground, and then we're going to surround this thing with all of the grass down at the bottom there. But, as per usual, I only have that much. All of my dirt is completely gone. There's no dirt up there. There's no dirt on this side either. So I guess we're going to have to grab our shovel and take out the hillside once again. Maybe we should just do a massive dirt mining session at some point. I think that would probably be a good idea. Finally, this horrible and ugly floating beacon is going to be removed from my base. This has been here for probably the past maybe 10 or so episodes. Honestly, I can't remember how long I've been working on this thing. But there we go. The final blocks have now been removed, and now I have to try my best to recover all of the iron blocks. That's something I hadn't thought of. Alright, so they should all be dotted around here. So far we have got... That's almost it. There's 6 missing. Which hopefully Oh, for goodness sake, I'm now going to have to go all the way back up to the drone to get more iron so that I can build the beacon pyramid down there. I should probably add that these things are going to be going as well, and for those of you who have been commenting down in the comments section that this is the redstone shulker box, you need to set up your screens correctly because that's clearly pink. And here we go, final blocks going in for the pyramid here. We've got our beacon, that goes in the center, and we should be able to load this thing up with an ingot really quite quickly. Now I am going to be using haste 2 just because we still have plenty of work left to do on this thing, and for goodness sake, I swear, whenever I put things inside chests in my base, I then instantly require that item straight away. It's ridiculous. Oh, and that bed's still there. Right, this is going to be a bit of a challenge here. We have to try and land on the bed. Oh, no! Oh, gosh. Oh. Right, let's try again. Here goes. We are coming in hot. We are coming in hot. Oh, no! Oh, this is tricky. Smooth and steady, and he's missed it again. He's missed it again. Oh, and he's going to die. Having run out of food, I'm trying another technique, which is to fly in nice and slow from the drone, and hopefully just perch myself on top of the bed right here. Come on. No, no, no! It's impossible. Oh, I've just thought of something. Right, well, yeah. Right, let's continue on with the projects that we have for today's episode and add about a bazillion to the spoon counter. Speaking of that, does that look off center to you? Does it look off center? Nah, I think it's just my eyes. I'm gonna leave it. Moving on from everything on the inside of our area right here, we need to do some work on the outside, because as some of you have mentioned, you don't like the way that it sort of sits off to one side of the lake. So we've got plenty of water in this area right here, but off in this direction, there's a little bit of land coming in very, very close to this place. Now, I sort of agree with you. I feel like this needs to be left out in the open just a little bit more. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock back all of this land here and basically take out a whole bunch of it to make it look like this thing is suspended in the middle of the ocean. Now this could be a little bit tricky because as you can see, the water is going to be pushing us everywhere, but hopefully the end result should end up looking pretty good. So I've done quite a lot of land punching, and I have to say, I'm looking at this thing from above with the second account, and I feel like it looks worse. I think I've actually managed to make things worse. It just doesn't look very natural. Like the water, the way that the landscape bends, I don't know what I've done here. I might now have to do some work to the other side to push that side back, because now it looks very off balance. Oh, I think this might be one of those things. It's going to be one of those never-ending projects where it's just never quite perfect. Well, I have to say that things have got rather interesting on the Hermitcraft server here. Yeah, for some reason these two chunks right here, no matter what I do, they do not want to work. Huh. Oh, look, we've got some romance going on down there. Lovely. Rather worryingly, they don't seem to be working on the second account either, which could be a bit of a bad sign, and it's spreading. Right, after some rather strange connectivity issues that still seem to be ongoing, let's head up to the top of the drone, and we will take a look at this thing from above. Now, I seem to have a bed right here, so we'll quickly sleep through the night. We will make sure that we can see this thing in perfect, gleaming, broad daylight here, and it's going to be one of those things. I think it's going to be like a subtle change, but hopefully it should be a subtle improvement. So I've now cleared out both sides. Everything should be looking a lot better. And we should see... Well, yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. Let's quickly up the view distance, maybe to like 20 chunks. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool. That is actually looking a lot better. We'll remove these two bits of land here. I hadn't actually noticed those. But that actually looks really, really good. Okay, well, thank you ever so much to the people that were suggesting that down in the comment section. That is definitely something that I hadn't thought of. And I would say we've made like a 5 to 10% improvement to the style of this place. Next plan of action is we're going to head over to the auto crafting buddy, and we're going to do a little bit of work on that thing, because as you guys know, we've built it, we just need to place the crafting recipes on the inside of it. So there are 6 different buttons inside our auto crafting system, which means I've got 6 different redstone items which I want to be able to automatically craft. We've got dropper, repeater, comparator, piston, observer, and the redstone lamp. Now, as you can tell from my inventory, we have got a decent quantity of the stuff required. We've got all of the quartz, we've got all of the redstone torches, redstone, we've got tons upon tons of cobblestone, because I think, piston needs a bunch of that, observer, and also our dropper will need a whole ton of that stuff. But now we have to fill in all of the droppers that are above our water streams in the correct order, so that they drop them out in the correct crafting system. Bottom, middle, and then we have got bottom right. Okay, so everything has been labeled, and we have got 3 of our crafting recipes in the system so far. So our system goes from top left all the way down to bottom right, and I think the first one that we've done is we've got the dropper. So we should see that the ingredients for that thing, yes, there we go, should flow down. So in the top left, and then we have top middle and top right, so that's the top row. Then we have middle left, we miss one for middle, then we got middle right, and then bottom left, bottom middle, and then that one right there. So there we go, that is the crafting recipe for the dropper done. Right, the next one that we've done is we have got the observer, which we should see everything will flow down the water stream very shortly. Good. It's really cool to watch. So we've got top left, top middle, top right, middle left, and then all of the middle row, and then the bottom row. Fantastic, that seems to work nicely as well. This thing's awesome. I absolutely love this thing. And then finally we have got the redstone lamp. That was all of the recipes that I had the resources for. We completely ran out of those, but let's see. We have got the glowstone coming through, and we have got the 4 bits of redstone. So there is the top middle one, and then middle left, the glowstone goes right in the middle, middle right, and then bottom middle. Fantastic! Awesome! Okay, this thing's looking great. Right, let's go and gather up some stone and also some of the bits to create the piston, and then we will be fully done with the auto crafting system. This is why I need the crafting buddy. I've actually forgotten the recipe for the piston, so I've had to look it up. And top left should be wood, top middle should be wood, top right should be wood, so that's the wood section done. And then we need the cobblestone, and then this is where I get confused, because then it's iron. I always get those the wrong way around. And then we have our cobblestone, and then the redstone. Hang on a minute. Yeah, cobblestone in this one, cobblestone in this one, and then we should have redstone. What on earth am I doing? Finally, after plenty of confusion, we should now be done. So if we hit the repeater one, we should see that we will get all of the ingredients for a repeater. So starting from bottom, going upwards like that. So we've got the redstone, middle left. Yep. That's all looking pretty good. Okay, then we have got the comparator, which is a slightly more complicated crafting recipe. And that will be starting from the bottom down at over there. I've got them the wrong way round again. The number of times I've done that. Alright, we're going to skip that one. And we've got the piston. The piston is the final one that we did, which is arguably one of the most complicated crafting recipes for this. And well, that looks very bizarre. Everything is fixed, everything is done, this thing is now working, the crafting buddy is finished, we can remove this crafting bench right here. In fact, actually, I've just realised that that is the only crafting bench in the entire crafting buddy, so I suppose we should probably chuck that in somewhere around about here, because we can't have an auto crafting helper without a crafting bench. That would be a little bit silly. But then we can pick up all of these resources, which we've got a bunch of droppers and also a handful of handy things. Get rid of this, and there we go. This place is done. we can leave that behind, we can move on from that project, and we can head on over into this area over here, because we're going to do a little bit of AFK fishing. As you guys know, I've gone into business with Iskall, and that means that I need to get as many mending books as I possibly can. So I'm going to pick up my insane fishing rod, hopefully not die in the process, and we're going to go AFK fishing overnight. And we have returned back onto the server. Now, first off, we should probably check... Whoa, we got ourselves a lift there. We should probably check our slime block storage. So right now, we are up to this level right here, and we have got... Okay, so we have got 4 sets of double chests out of our ridiculous storage system. I mean, this thing is enormous. I don't think we're ever going to fill that thing up. But let's just see if there's any slimes down there doing anything. By the look of things, there isn't. Now, there's a chance that that's because Iskall is online, but generally speaking, I can see at least one slime falling off the edge. Oh well, I don't think it's anything to be too worried about. There's a chance that I need to do some more lighting of the caves. I know that a lot of these areas are also populated by slime chunks, so we might have to look into that as well, because obviously if there are slime spawning, then that's going to reduce the rates of my personal slime farm. Anyway, we're going to leave that place behind. We're going to open up this piston door over here, and we're going to take a look at the book storage system, because this is the most important part, as we need to be getting books for Mr. Iskall 85. In fact, as soon as I logged in, I had to log back in because I was kicked from the server. As you can see, he's being pretty urgent about all of this. So let's take a look in the storage system and cross our fingers that we've managed to get a handful of them. So far, it's not looking so good. I am yet to see one. We have got nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Nope. Not brilliant. Yet, no mending there. I mean, seriously, like, this is bad news. This is really bad news. I'm sorry, Iskall, by the look of things, we don't have any mending books to give you at this point in time. I think at some point in the near future, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to clear out all of these chests of all of the junk items so that we can get more enchanted books in the system, and so that we can clearly see when we actually get ourselves a mending book. But yeah, sadly, I'm going to have to put in a message telling him that, unfortunately, he's going to be a little bit disappointed here. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.